Thickies Pokemon League, where the best and the bold, only beauty can compete, only legends are told. Flashing lights and roaring crowd, in the ring they take their stance. Only pros and beauty queens, here they all get their chance. Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream. From Bulbasaur to Charizard, strong and stunning and bright. Every battle's a star show, every match a pure delight. Electric sparks and fiery blaze, trainers shouting a cheer. This is where dreams are made, winning's our quest. Oh dear, Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream. From Bulbasaur to Charizard, strong and stunning and bright. Every battle's a star show, every match a pure delight. Electric sparks and fiery blaze, trainers shouting a cheer.
Yeah, don't do that.
This is where dreams are made, winning's our quest. Oh dear, Thickies Pokemon League, the best and beautiful league. In the spotlight they gleam, living the Pokemon dream.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Week 5 podcast. With myself and Matt and Tutu and Judgy.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
Yep.
We got some big matchups this week, big implications there.
Yeah, we like the ticker at the bottom, little trade talks. Hey now.
Yeah, we got some trade talks, a lot of things on the block leading up to this tremendous trade deadline.
Yeah, I would like to see some action there. Hasn't really been a big market for the start of the season. Looking to see some big moves headed into the playoffs to lock those rosters.
Yeah, we do see both Hurum and Baxcalibur, the Ice Dragons, up for trade potentially. I haven't had any offers. Machiavelli, how about you?
No, nothing really. I mean, Baxcalibur getting the T. Higgins treatment a little bit. You know, he's third fiddle. As far as Poker Point goes, we're just dangling him. I don't think he's gonna move. Haven't got any offers.
Kel as well, very active ahead of the trade deadline. Has a 4 mons up for trade at the moment and is open to offers on any. So anybody looking to kind of finish off that roster ahead of the playoffs should probably get a move on.
Yeah, Registeel a tank. Somebody could definitely use Registeel's services. It is open for business, as Mackie said.
Who?
Yeah, not sure what's going on there. We've got some matchups here. Week 5. Getting closer to the playoffs. These matches this week may have big implications on the seeding. Looking at the Teal Conference first, we've got myself and Thomas Edward Tutu. I'll leave this one to you, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's talking. Yeah, thanks. My turn. Yeah, this one is one that the fans are going to be looking forward to, especially. This is the theatrics. I mean, the producer has got to book at least 1 or 2 bangers a week to keep the fans entertained. This is one of your bangers of the week, depending on how you look at it. It could be a banger of Tutu's head up against the wall. It could be a banger of maybe he is able to throw a couple haymakers early and get Mikey off his toes. I like the Butler this week.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's a 2-0, but I think they're decently close games. And when I say that, I say three kills.
Yeah, great analysis there, Mac. Producer got to have the good TV every once in a while. I'm not gonna say who I think's win, but I think it's gonna be a 2-0.
Any reason why you're holding back?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious who's gonna win. I don't even need to say
Ooh.
it. Really, the audience knows.
Mm.
So yeah,
I mean, you're just discounting Tommy Tooth at this point, aren't you?
I didn't even say Tommy, man. I didn't say Mike either.
Oh. Well, if you just look at the rosters at a glance, it's going to be a tough uphill battle for the 2-2 camp. Comfy can't really do much to Heat Ran. Hariyama is somebody to watch for in this matchup, especially versus Chiampao, having that thick fat ability and the ability to Terra. Yeah, that bull punch could be pulling it packing, the Chiampao, if you will. Yeah, I just think Mikey's got too many defensive answers to what 2-2 wants to do. Even Tusk may have a tough time with Gliscor in certain ways. Just think it's going to be tough, yeah.
Yeah, in this matchup, I'll be on the lookout for Dragon Dance Lapras. Summer told me that's going to be showing. So,
Yeah,
look out for
Lapras
that.
could get the nod here this week, as well as Hypno. A chance to stretch their legs and give the starters a bit of rest before the playoffs.
Yeah, little top-heavy roster from Butler. Get to see Ariados, Hypno, Lapras really put on the shooting boots, but yeah, we'll see.
Yes, that's an easy pick for everyone in here, including Tommy.
You swagged him.
Yeah. Anywho, all jokes aside, trainers aside, it is a very imposing roster to play against. Just I think from top to bottom, it's going to be difficult matchup wise. Gonna have to go into the lab if I want to take this one. Gliscor, probably one of the best mons in draft with what it can do. A Fairy Terra would be very hard to overcome. I have a couple answers. We will disclose those. But, you look at all of his mons. I mean, Meowscarada, tough to go against me. Hariyama, as he said before, packs that bullet punch in the Steel Terra. Counters.
Yeah, wrap it up.
Counters Chi and Pal. All right, dude, cut it out. Yeah. He is also very well into my team, so I'm going to have to go into the bag if I want to pull this one out. He can say what he wants. He's going to be trying, and it is going to be a good series.
This guy's still talking?
2-2. Question from the media. Paul from Fort Worth wants to know. Yes, you're the underdog here. Were you going to make it tough on Mikey? You don't want him coming into your park and walking all over you?
Yeah, like I said, we're going to be in the lab. Mikey can throw these jokes out. He can discount me. He's going to be trying. He does not want to lose to Tommy Tutu, especially in embarrassing fashion as the Mac Camp once did a year ago. So, he says he's not going to try. He's going to bring out Hypno and Lapras. Yeah. He's going to bring out his biggest six, and he's still going to get stomped in. Hawks.
Time to move on. We've got Maki, Judgy, and I think this one's a lot more interesting. Both coming off of disappointing losses. Judgy's perhaps more so. I'm not sure who I've got here.
I mean, on paper, if you look at the matchups here on paper, I think both teams are pretty decently built. You got to watch out for Raging Bolt, of course, always a threat, but especially in this matchup here. If Hesidipity's going to have to play a tough, gritty role, making sure that Bolt doesn't get going. If it's Spec, it's going to be tough. So, I think it goes to 3. Man. I mean, Maki was right there. Pardon me. Maki was right there against Swaggy. The Colbert Berry didn't save. Did not really know what was going to go happen there. Probably. Man, I think I might go 2-1 Judgy.
Yeah, I think Maki had some creative techs both the weeks that they showed up and played. I do think Judgy is an underrated trainer. Disappointing loss last week, but I think he'll bounce back against Maki. it will be a scrappy series as we see Maki can put competent teams together, has good prep as we've seen even in the loss. But I think Judgy will find a way to pull this one out 2-1, even though Maki does have a slightly better roster.
Yeah, I think I've got Judgy here 2-1 as well. I think it's gonna be a bounce back week for him, but I think Maki could possibly steal the series. So could go either way for me. But it sounds like you two have reached a decision.
Yeah, I'm sorry to cut you off. I really like Ogerpon Cornerstone in this matchup. If he could really just click Cudgel, I mean, it's going to do a lot of damage to a lot of people on Maki's team.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to switch into. Great to have a rock type attack. That powerful, that accurate.
Yeah, great analysis, boys. I know it's gonna be a tough week. I did really like what I saw from Maki last week. I think showed signs of being a great trainer. I'll probably go myself. I don't really like that. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Dude just bet on himself live.
That's what
We
you gotta
like it.
do. I wouldn't have it any
Yeah,
other
I like
way.
it. Yeah.
We've got
Yeah, we can go ahead and skip this one. It's not happening.
we've got Frizion and Frost DP. I'm sure Tommy Tutu has a lot of thoughts on this one as well. We'll try to fast forward those for you on the replay. But for now, you have the floor.
Yeah, sorry. I thought this one was Roms and Swaggy Boy. I think that Frizion is, played a lot better, has gotten a lot better as time has gone on. Really scrappy trainer. Frost DP with an excellent showing last week. It was a handed victory. I think Frost DP is going to take this one 2-1. I think Frizion could get a game off of him. Just like Maki, he does have some creative tech. He does put a lot of prep in, but I think Frost DP's duo will prove to be too much for Frizion. 2-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 DP here. I think he's starting to settle into the team. Jirachi looks really good in this matchup, especially versus Clodzire. Just being able to hit the psychic noise, block the recovery, come in something right after. Tauros, we saw it last week, can really prove to be a annoying mon. And then, yeah, I didn't even get to Iron Valley and Palafin. I think he's just got a lot of scenarios he could really just ease his way into this one and really stop Magirna from taking over late game.
I think Frizion's got this one 2-0, possibly 2-1, depending on if he slips up. I think he's going to be well prepared for this matchup. I think this is one he's really been looking forward to. Did fall with the help of a bit of bad luck against Lily, but these things happen, and I think he's going to want to bounce back and make a statement here in week 5.
Yeah, DP2-0. Not much to say.
Yeah, nobody agrees, but I think that's something to watch for. Which brings us now to Greedent and Lily, and I'll tell you right away, these two do not like each other.
Yeah, definition of scrappy series right here.
I think Lily takes this game 2-0. Greedent hasn't been locked in. Could be the team. Could be him. Not sure what it is. But Lily did have a bounce back week last week against Frizion, and I think they continue the roll this week and take it 2-0.
Yeah, I don't even look at Green's team. I already know Fluttermane's gonna eat. Capital E. Yeah, Lily 2-0. Maybe even 3-0.
Can we get a roster check on Greedent? Does he have Gouging Fire? Did he drop the Ogerpon for that?
Yeah, he dropped Ogerpon for Gouging Fire.
Cool, yeah. Yeah, I think Greedent wins this series. I'm going to go against the grain here. I don't know. I feel like, Terra Dragonite, decent option here. You can go to the normal type on Fluttermane, get a DD up, get loose. I think Lily tends to play a little predictable, which does hurt him in the long run, especially with the Appleton. We all know what it's going to do now. I'm going to go. I think Greedent gets one here. I think he usually steals one a season. One doesn't really just get picked against. I'm going to go Greedent. 2-1.
Yeah, he's always a sleeper pick. I've got Greedent here as well. I think he's locked in. Wasn't all the way locked in in the weeks prior, but locked in now, made some moves. I think they're really going to help him in the long run. I like the move for Gouging Fire. I think that gives his team just a lot more than what the Ogerpon was. I'm excited to see him use it. And I think, unfortunately, Lily's going to have to be his punching bag as he really finds his footing again in this league.
Yeah,
I
bulky
think-
catch and fire, decent answer to Flutterman, by the way.
I think the deciding factor in this game, if Willis builds Gruden's team or not, I think that's what it really depends on.
Is that
So we'll
something
see
that
what
happens
happens.
often?
No comment.
All right. Not sure what happened there. Producer telling me not good. He's waving his hands frantically. But anyway, that takes us now to Roms and Swaggy Boy. And I think what we'll do here is see whether or not we think this game will even be played. That'll be our prediction for this series.
No.
I think it will.
I think he
I
gets
think
played.
55% don't get played.
Yeah,
I think
minus 2,500. It does not get played.
I think it gets played. I think there's going to be some urgency from the Rounds week. Has a week off. He was locked in, still locked in, probably knocked out. Swaggy going to look to get that game scheduled, though. He's a persistent guy. I think Roms is really going to be dialed in. I think he gets played, but I think Swaggy embarrasses him.
Yeah, I would bet the bloodline it doesn't happen on to the next.
Yeah, if it does happen, I think Swaggy probably the favorite here. Despite what the Discord status said briefly, Roms has not appeared locked in, has not yet clocked back in after not showing up for his game last night. So Swaggy, one way or another, comes out on top this week. I think we can all agree. Unfortunately, due to the circumstances, I cannot go on any further about this matchup. We'll go on to the intro conference now.
Producer's telling me to cut the inconsequential commentary, buddy.
Yeah, you don't even know the producer or what he looks like, all right? Indigo,
wow.
Willis versus Herondai. Now, this is a good game.
Yep.
According to some in the chat, some being Willis. I think it's one to watch for.
I like this one. I like this one a lot.
What do you like about it, Bob?
I like that Hitmon Lee's been showcased as an underrated Mon so far this season. I think he picked up 6 kills last week. Hitmon Lee looks good in this matchup. +2 Hitmon Lee with Unburden. How you doing? Good night. See you later. Maybe. For Herondai, I got Willis 2-0.
Yeah, big roster shakeups from Herondai this week as well.
Yeah, I think for the past 3 weeks, Willis is locked in. He wasn't really trying week 1. So, he actually started week 2. Maybe a different outcome week 1 if he was actually trying. So I think Willis is going to take this one 2-0.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with Tutu there. He's really locked in since he decided to clock in, so to speak. And I think if that week 1 matchup happened again, it would be easy pickings.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway.
Producer told me that line was corny, Mikey, and I cut it out.
Producer
on to the
telling me
next
to stop
matchup here.
Up the commentary here, little guy. All right. We're going to move on.
Yeah, I think
now.
Limit wins the next one 2-1.
Whoa.
Yeah, probably. I would say so.
We didn't even really talk about Willis and Herondai that much.
Yeah, it's over.
I think Herondai has a shot. I like the way the roster matches up on paper.
On paper, yeah.
I'll go Willis 2-1, possibly a surprise victory. And then let's do Dev Limit, which just happened. What'd you like there?
I just like the usage we saw from Limit of Goldango throughout the whole series. I mean, he went from Air Balloon to Choice Scarf in Game 3, really to steal a KO on a couple guys. That the Scarf Shadow Ball late game really ended up winning him the game. Yeah, and I think he shook up his team as well. I mean, now he's got the Chansey and the Dozo connection. It's gonna be tough to crack that core.
Really showcasing the versatility. I like what I saw tonight.
Yeah, I agree, Bob.
Yeah, Tommy Tutu, I believe, had some thoughts on this matter.
None.
Anyway, I thought it was a good series, a scrappy series. 2 friends battling it out. Monday night or Tuesday night, whatever night it is, Thicky.
Excuse me?
Deadline gaming. But the opposite deadline in a good way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that they got it done. That's
getting it done. That's what a lot of people don't do, believe it or not. But these two, they got it done.
Yeah, the guy in the bottom right, the 2 names doesn't like to get it done.
What are you talking about, Bob?
Clean
Yeah,
it
I'm
up.
not sure where he's going with that. We're going to go on to Cyndaquil and Chiva.
Yeah, this game's going to be played at tomorrow. It looks like...
At tomorrow. Great time.
No, I'm just gonna say the time. Thanks for talking.
Yeah.
2 p.m.
Yeah.
Pacific time. It looks like.
And Mac, you were
I'll let
saying,
you-
but
Hello?
you were saying before you got cynical 2-0 here, right? That's what you said.
I never
earlier.
said anything like that. I think Chiva's gonna bring some guys off the bench. Really start to open up the tech here. Cyndaquil's squad is really slow, so you could see some tech from Chiva. Saw some tech last week for Sunny Sandstorm into a weakness policy Tornadus. Could see something like that again. Chiva 2-0.
Yeah, I think that's an easy one, but I'd like to see Cyndaquil steal a game. You can see his improvement from 1 week to the next, really sharpening up with that team of his.
Yep. Yeah, I agree, Mark.
Next up, we've got Sunny versus Forgot Plus.
Yeah, I got $20 on this game not happening.
Why is that, Mark?
Forgot Plus, not one to get the game done early, and Sunny not very active, so kind of like Tommy Tutu back in the day.
I think Sunny's
Sonny
fairly active.
plays the games. Sonny plays
Yeah, I
the games.
disagree with that analysis.
Sonny plays the games. I like Sonny in this just for the craft, skill, dedication, and love for the game.
Yeah, a little bias there from the Matt camp. I think that Forgot
No,
Plus is going to
no.
take the. No, yeah. I think I got Forgot Plus 2-0 here
Yeah,
against Sunny.
hard to argue with that logic.
I don't know. I feel like Walking Wake and the Sun here specs. What's switching that to Forgot's team? Ask yourself that.
I don't know,
Just
though.
Prem?
I think Forgot Plus has just proven to be a capable coach, and
I haven't seen it.
I think he'll bounce back.
Didn't he
this
beat
week.
you?
Yeah, he did. He beat him
I
pretty
don't know if
badly.
you saw last night.
We're going to move on. I like Forgot here.
Yeah.
I think you scratched off the wrong name. Nope. No, you
that's
did. Yeah, I
correct,
got Kale
actually.
2-0.
I got Sonny.
Yeah, I got Kale. I got Kale 2-0.
Yeah, we know.
It's already
we know
crossed
this
out.
is gonna go.
Woo.
Yep.
All right, now we've got Machiavelli versus Kel. Big series. And I know who
Yeah,
I've
I'm
got
not
here.
sure that Mac has really gotten a grip on how to use the side terrain. Hasn't proved capable with the side spam yet. Just something not connecting here.
Anything with the Pokemon? Anything and like any analysis on the Pokemon? You're just gonna just spew.
I just don't think the trainer has really gotten a hold of the team yet. That's really all I was going with there. Don't really need to dive into an analysis when the trainer can't even.
I don't think you
use
like to
his
see
mons right-
Reggie Steele, to be quite honest. I think that's going to cause you
What
some
now?
trouble. I don't think you like Reggie Steele. I don't think you want to see Reggie Steele.
She could bring it.
She could.
Yeah.
I think you'd
She could bring
hate
it.
to see that.
I implore it. Yeah, I implore it.
Yeah, Bandit Dragonite says he got a parlay on Mac losing and going nuts in the server. Any comment on that, Mac?
That's most likely something Forgot would say, and he needs to grow up eventually.
Shiva says, I think people not picking up the Terras are rude or throwing, not going to lie. I think I'd agree there. That's such great value for that point, for the cost. But it's still sitting there.
Doesn't Lemon have it? Hello?
Did he pick up Zarude?
Oh no, you dropped it. Yeah, never mind, you dropped it.
Yeah, that was the point. That's why Chiva said that, actually.
Can you pay attention?
Please.
Let's get this replay up, huh?
Yeah, let's get these replays up. I like what Kel's going to do to the Mac
Me
Man
too.
on prime time.
Yep.
So we got a replay here. We got Frisian versus Lily Rose. This one went to 3. Quite the exciting ending, many are saying. We're going to break this one down a little bit further. This is game 1. Frisian leading with the Uxie, and he's going to start setting up screens right away. Yep, screens right away.
There
And
we go.
gets into that fish. I think, is that a Brux fish?
Yeah, that's a Hector staple mon, actually.
Hits pretty hard there. An Ice Fang
Cool
doing
sprite.
big damage. And a beautiful sprite.
Yep.
Future Sight going to be resisted. And behind the light screen. That brings in the Earth Ring. Who's immune to that Shadow Ball? A fairly obvious switch in. Now, Appleton gets put into the blender quite early here.
Yeah, one thing I'll add in here from the Frisian side is the Ursaring behind screens was something that looked pretty good. Um, Especially on paper, it's just you got to make use of your screens right here, and he's kind of just clicking buttons right now, and the screen's starting to fade.
Yeah. Yeah, Ursaring, I think another great value pick late in the draft. I think those gut sets can be very threatening. Ursaring, Trick Room staple in the past before there was Ursaluna.
Yeah, now he's starting to get a lot of chip though. I really like how he just kept going.
Kept pumping.
Problem is now, yep, there's a free knockoff.
Yeah, and we see a metronome here, which, funnily enough, works out. Just dodge the earthquake.
Not really sure the calcs, but I think a CC would have been nice there to get some chip on treads. CC'd at the wrong turn. I'm not sure what the metronome was for.
Was the unknown metronome lover?
Yeah. At this point now, it's an uphill battle for Magirna. Yep. I'm not sure. Tutu, any idea on this formula that he's nicknaming all these mons?
No idea what's going on. I dropped out of high school.
Thank you for
Yeah.
that.
I know that Claude is the slope formula. Slope intercept form.
Yeah, at this point, this was pretty cool though. The Unburden is gonna activate after the weakness policy, and for a minute here, it looked like he had a chance.
Yeah, a little indoor
Problem
cut
is-
sap action. Always great to check those unburdened sweepers.
Yep. In the words of Tommy Tutu, tech on tech on tech. Game one.
Yeah,
This was a
yeah.
scrappy series.
Did he actually say that?
Yeah, he did it last night. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, Tread's chip would have been nice with Ursaring earlier in the game if he just clicked CC over Metronome there for how many times he saw it come in. Just freely do
Yeah.
whatever it wanted.
Big Ursa fan.
Who?
Who?
Oh, that's what you just said.
All right, let's bring us on to game 2 now.
Oh boy.
Frision's been using that choice band fish there. That is a surprising bit of damage.
Yeah, I really liked what I saw out of the guppy.
We do see him
Definitely
mix
right
it
there.
up this week, also running the boosting Magirna.
Yeah, he took an unfortunate U-turn from the guppy right there. I think he
Yeah, that
probably
goes-
could have went to Claude.
I'd like to see Lily really leverage Zapdos more. Teams like Frision's especially, Zapdos can apply a lot of pressure. Nothing really wants to switch into it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. I know when I played Lily, that was more of a concern than Flutter Man had.
Yeah, big
I-
fan of
I-
Zapdos. Applies a lot of pressure. Nothing really wants to switch in. It's got the U-turn. It's got knockoff. It's got a way to punish, every switch in. Just a great mon.
Yeah, one thing I will point out, we never see the thunderous kick. I think I'm the only one that's ever really applied that. Whenever I had, I know there's 4 moves that you really want to use in close combat: break, burn, knockoff, U-turn. But some teams do get overwhelmed by that thunderous kick, especially the walls.
Yeah, neutral thunderous kick into a brave bird sometimes what you need.
Sure.
Get it done.
Yeah, especially like Claude, like thunderous kick and then a brave bird, eating you up.
We do see the Iron Head here from the Halucha. Prepared for that fairy terrestrialization.
Yeah, at this point, Frision's got to get busy though. He's down 1-0 in the series. His ace paralyzed. Zapdos comes in for free, but yeah, he's got to start getting busy.
Yeah, and I think if I'm Lily, I'd really look for a way to better support that core of Flutter Mane and Zapdos. You've got the Chili Reception, Glow King in between them. Just build around that every game. Really take advantage of those two. I think would make a big difference.
Yeah, I think a few of Lily's mons are real passive. I mean, treads can be used for more physical aspects, as you saw in game one. But when you have the Appleton, Slow King, Vikavolt, 3 passive mons like that can really just hurt you late game if you don't have much going for you.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. Iron Treads, I think, useful in most matchups, though.
Of course.
Can hit a little harder than you expect at times. Maybe leverage the booster energy a little bit more on that. And Vikavolt actually able to hit quite hard as well when it's not face to face with a Clodsire.
It's very true, but here's the problem, right? Frisian realizes that Cursed Clouds are one, the Spadef is enough to eat anything Vigavolt's going to throw as far as the Bug Buzz is concerned. T-Bolt can't hit anything, so you're immune to that. You just have to watch out for Fluttermane coming in right now, but he does get the recover. So at this point, easy KO. Every mon, poison jab, bye, see ya. So that's what I was saying about Lily's team. A little passive, in my opinion, the core.
Nothing really break this down. If at any point it did set up, and if you're at the point where Cursed Clodsire is setting up, you've already kind of lost a little bit, right?
Sure. Sure, but
Lily does bounce back though, as we'll see in game 3. But Frisian takes that one behind the Cursed Clodsire.
I think that's the first ever Cursed Clodsire sweep in TPL history.
Could be. I don't recall any before this.
Yeah, we'll look at JJ Bigabottom's independent research company to look into that.
And we'll jump into game 3. This time we do see the Zapdos lead.
And I think this was the game Brux's went crazy for a little bit, right?
Think so, Bob.
Yeah, and it seems Frisian a little reluctant to bring Rillaboom here in recent weeks.
Yeah, you got to wonder if it's disgruntled in that locker room. Could we see that moved ahead of the deadline?
I haven't heard anything on that front, but it's definitely possible. Yeah, there's that psychic
goes down early.
It's very hard.
Boom.
Nearly takes out the Vikavolt in one hit. And that Bruxis did its job there.
Yeah, like right now, I'm not really sure what Appleton brings. This matchup wise, I would have liked to see something else in that slot, but it still gets the win.
Yeah, and here when you lose the Ursa Ring, when you did have that Uxie waiting in the wings, really feels bad.
Yeah, I think Fluttermane is obviously public enemy number 1. Moonblast is not going to KO, barring a crit. So, yeah, I think Uxie doesn't really provide you as much value as Ursaring does with Fluttermane as the main threat late game.
Yeah, I'd say that's accurate. And here we've almost got my Cursed Clodsire sweep again.
Yeah, the problem is, I know there's screens up, but like I just said, I think being able to repel some Zapdos attacks for a little bit is good, but yeah, the screen's not really doing much for you here. They're just running out. Got 1 Reflect left.
Yeah, how are you slower than Fluttermane at +2 coming from Shiva? Not calking. Could be a lack of preparation.
Possibly.
Yeah, there's a psychic noise. But yeah, this is the problem.
Yeah, Fluttermane cleans house.
Yeah, Fluttermane, late game, you really would have wanted Ursaring instead of Uxie late game, considering the screens didn't really do much for you. Just didn't get the value out of it, Mark.
And yeah, maybe in this matchup, and unfortunately, Hawlucha, no matter what it did there, was going to go down. The full para definitely played a role there, but would have been a great time to have Ursaring available still.
Yep. Gotta wonder if the Endure was on the Hawlucha.
Yeah, not sure. what the item was there. I will say I like that the fish was able to come in and do so much damage.
Yep.
I like that we did see an attempt at boosting the Magirna this week, though ultimately it didn't contribute much. And Clodsire, I think, had a pretty good showing. Lily comes away with another victory. Wasn't favorited here in the booth tonight.
Not at all, Bob.
Yeah, I still like reading.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us here tonight. Have you gentlemen got any closing thoughts for the fans?
I'll let you guys take the floor before I say.
I'll let Tommy Tutu take the floor before I say.
Yeah, Tommy Tutu. Where you at?
Yeah.
I don't think he has much to say.
I don't think
that
Judgy,
it?
anything, Judgy? Anything you want to say?
I hope everyone has a good night.
Yeah, good night and a good week. We've already got one series done, so I don't expect we'll have any trouble with activity this